So it's Sunday. Jess and I are heading into our third week with our level 1 program that we're offering right now. And it's been really amazing to field questions from people and to be able to really bring forth this information in this brand new way to really offer people the emotional healing that I've been doing for over a decade. And one of the most common things that people get tripped up on is this idea that we are inherently bad or that we've made mistakes and we're not good enough throughout our life. You know, the most foundational thing that I can offer you is to invite you to zoom out. You are this huge being that's having this human experience. You came in as this little tiny human who tried their very best to survive whatever circumstances you were thrown into. So you learned some adaptive behaviors, some coping mechanisms, some ways to not feel certain things that you didn't know how to feel, some ways to act so that you would fit in with the people that were around you, some ways to get through situations so that you could feel okay. You were just making the best decision that you could at the time. And some of the coping mechanisms that you learned might be really acceptable by society, like overachieving, people pleasing, getting really, really good grades so that everyone thinks that you're doing really well, taking care of everyone else's needs before yours. Those things we can value because, or rather as a society, we tend to value those people because they give so much, but they do so at a detriment to themselves sometimes. Or they can be bad coping mechanisms, which are like taking out your anger on other people. It can look like lashing out. It can look like just being addicted to drugs. It can look like being violent. It can look like disengaging. It can look like apathy or numbness. But we all found these ways to just get through. Your human system wants to just survive. It wants to get through. And so now, as an adult, after you got through your childhood, whatever that was like, you arrived as this adult that just has some programming of how it used to do things. And you can keep that programming for the rest of your life. Or you can go, oh my gosh, my human did their very best. I made it. Now I'm an adult. I get to cultivate awareness if I want to. I get to look at this programming if I want to. And decide I'm not going to judge myself for the programming I got, because every kid just got the programming they got. So I have this place that I get to start from, and I get to choose whether or not I choose compassion, gentleness, and empathy for myself. Can I soften and not judge myself for the way that my life started out? Can I start over? Can I find some new tools to actually learn to process the emotions that I decided I wasn't going to feel a long time ago? You are not bad for the way that you handle emotions and difficult situations. It's not it. You're just a human who tried really hard to adapt, and now you probably have some programming that you'd love to upgrade because it would make your life a lot easier. So if we can decouple these attributes about ourselves that we don't like and stop applying judgment to them and just go, this is an area where I can grow. I can grab some new ways of coping with this. Not even. I can have some new ways of handling and sorting through my emotions so I don't have to cope. That's the thing. So it's just a new way of showing up. It's just new circuitry you're laying down. This is a new set of tools that you get to use. And just like anything, it takes practice. Nobody transforms overnight. But the very first thing that you have to do is stop judging yourself for being the way that you are. We're all just the way that we are, and we can't do anything about it until we soften. So soften.